The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. Now, Golden State's starting five. They've got Gary Payton. Garnett out there with Olajuwon. Then it's Moncrief, and it's Pippen in at the 3 spot. And for the Suns, Doherty is out there with Oakley. Then it's Terry. Then there's Price, and it's George in at the small forward position. And the regular season, Richard, is finally here. Wow. I am excited to work with you again this season. Cannot wait for the schedule.
To work with you, Kev, man. You're a legend, and it's always an interesting journey. We're fired up. These teams are fired up. Let the games begin.
Lots of excitement around the Suns. A big reason, Richard, their new owner.
Yeah, taking over in 2023. This new owner played college basketball, winning a national title, and has a great mind for the game, and already has made big changes in the organization.
And that one misses. RJ, the Warriors' dominance of this era has put them among the best franchises of all time.
Yes, I would completely agree with that. No one comes close to the Lakers and Celtics, though, Kev. The Warriors, after the Spurs, I think the Spurs are 3, but the Warriors and the Bulls, because they had 2 dominant eras, and not much really before and not much really after. It's not often you see him fail to deliver at the line like this.
Outside, George. Olajuwon with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Olajuwon does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter.
Now, here's George after the miss from Kevin Garnett. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
Shooting 2. First free throw is good. So, Greg, when you think about the Phoenix Suns, what do you think fuels them the most?
Kevin, I mean, the fact that they had a 2-0 lead in the 21 NBA Finals and lost. This team is really battling to get back to that stage. And if they do, they want to take care of business this time.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Always been nails from the line, something George takes pride in.
Moncrief the pass to Payton. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to Jason Terry. And it's Terry with the ball for Phoenix. Pass to Price. Suns moving the ball around. Terry kicks to Price. Over Payton. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
And it's Pippen with the jam.
And this is what leaders do. Payton showing a willingness to get it to the open man.
It's Price on the wing. Defended by Payton.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
On the wing, Payton. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And superb strength there from Payton, absorbing the contact and keeping his composure for the finish.
Doherty outside. Back to Price. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Garnett against Oakley. Garnett can't get it to go.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Price against Payton. Garnett trying to break loose. Here's Olajuwon, and the shot is good.
Such a graceful player. Hakeem is light off the ground there for that rebound, and then the skill to send that one home.
And the Suns call their first time out of the game. Here, matched up against the Golden State Warriors, is how they're going to tip off the new season.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
It's always a marquee matchup on the schedule. I think it's going to be another fun set of games between them this year.
The Suns here with a different look. Jackson, he's checked in for Doherty. Hachimura comes in for Oakley. Austin Reeves is checked in for Jason Terry. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Mark Price. Then for the Warriors, DeBusschere, he's checked in for Garnett. And it's Cassell in for Moncrief. Warriors leading by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Cassell kicks to Olajuwon. Here's DeBusschere. Goes back up. Hachimura grabs the miss. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Here's Reeves. That shot off. Payton with some nice D.
2 minutes.
Here's Pippen. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
Merciless move by Scotty with the ball, completely unbalancing the defender.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The shot by George, no good. Warriors have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Cassell. Up and in on the layup.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here is Hachimura. Hasn't made one yet. Outside Pippen. Passes it to Payton. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup. Payton's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Lin. And the layup's good off the glass.
Lin is just fearless. Always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
Pass to Payton. Pippen with the wide open look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Love watching Jackson on the receiving end of the alley-oops. He definitely won the athletic lottery.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. DeBusschere against Hachimura. Cassell. A three-pointer, no good. Now the pass to George. Over Pippen. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Warriors lead by 5. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
And here are the Suns now. It's a 5-point game. So with George on the bench, this is who Frank Vogel is out there. Price is out there with Terry. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then it's Oakley. And it's Doherty in at the center, filling out the middle. Terry, the pass to Hachimura. 5 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
We've all heard about some of the unwritten rules between players. Any examples you can speak on?
Well, you don't want to be out there injuring each other. I think one of the biggest unspoken rules is you got to be very, very careful when a guy takes off, how you hit them. That is something you learn at a very early age in basketball.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Hachimura hits them both. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Sprewell. Garnett outside. Pass to Sprewell. Shoots over Hachimura. And it's Sprewell missing.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Moncrief against Price. Passes it to Hachimura. Fires from deep. That's good from Price. The assist by Hachimura. Price has got the game tied up here for Phoenix. Here's Sprewell. He's covered by Hachimura. And it's Sprewell missing.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Textbook defense. Take a good angle to the shooter and bother the release.
Terry dishes to Oakley. Hachimura down low. He's guarded by Thomas. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first. Bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
First team foul.
Here's Sprewell. He's covered by Hachimura.
And their offense has all but disappeared this quarter, shooting in the low 30s for the game. They had some success in that first quarter, but not much since then.
Got a hand on it. Moncrief against Doherty. Shot to stop the run. Kicks it out to Garnett. It's Thomas on the wing. Good work defensively by Terry. And it's Terry with the ball for Phoenix. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to Hachimura. Over Sprewell. And that one's good. Hachimura's got the lead up to 4 now for the Suns.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
DeBusschere kicks to Thomas. Early 2023 saw Cam Thomas just erupt as a scorer, Greg. We were talking about it every game. A guy who was ready to break out.
And Kevin, I like using the word ready because he was given an opportunity and took it. And he showed us all what a productive machine he could be.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Suns here with a different look. Sharon Jackson. He's checked in for Oakley. George comes in for Hachimura. Austin Reeves is checked in for Terry. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Mark Price. And both free throws good for Thomas.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
The Suns leading. Right side Lin. Outside Jackson. Fires the three. The Warriors pull it in. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Olajuwon. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And that'll tie this game up.
And that's just too deep. Olajuwon with way too many moves in there. Almost automatic.
George with the ball. Picked up by Olajuwon. Now the Warriors moving it up. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And yeah, how about this team also following up their shots, getting those offensive boards, also a key for their success.
And the Suns call time.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Pippen's checked in. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. Second, the Warriors.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
In the corner, it's Lin.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
He dishes it to Jackson. Stolen by Pippen. And now here's Pippen with the fast break chance. And Garnett with the slam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now here's Lin. And they get it. And it's good on the way in.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Olajuwon outside. Garnett against Jackson. It's Moncrief on the wing. Scoreless thus far. 4 on the clock. Gasol. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Suns trail by 4. Then the pass to Jackson. Kicks to George. Shoots over Pippen. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Garnett outside. There's the pass to Olajuwon. Shoots over Doherty. Olajuwon's shot is good. Olajuwon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's the rub. I mean, as good as Olajuwon is on the blocks, he can be equally as effective from mid-range.
Jackson passes to Reeves. For 3. Olajuwon with the rebound. Olajuwon's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Steps back and fires. Here's Garnett. And it's in. Nails the buzzer beater.
Your son.
Resourceful
20.
move there, ending the period
Warriors,
on a high note.
26.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Steve. Some great engagement defensively. What's happening that's good at that end of the floor?
I think they're just playing hard, rotating, playing for each other, and I think we've done a better job of avoiding fouls and just playing through.
Steve, thanks for your time. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. Well, for the Warriors, Kenny, how'd you see it?
Most of the damage they're doing is in the paint. They've made a concerted effort to work the ball inside, create high percentage looks. And that could open up the perimeter for them in the second half. Be worried about the post.
Chat, what'd you think about Phoenix?
Well, it's been a big night for the guys off the bench so far. Their scoring has given them a real spark. I think we can expect a few more minutes for the reserves than usual tonight.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye, Kenny. Goodbye. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Kevin Garnett, what a contribution.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside, or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Garnett is out there with Olajuwon. Then it's Gary Payton. Then there's Pippen. And it's Cassell at the shooting guard position. Now here's Terry. Nothing on the board. Here's Price. Here's Oakley. Feeds it to George. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. George has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Suns. Pass to Cassell. Pass to Olajuwon. Inside. And it's Pippen with the jam.
Good look there as well. And this is what Hakeem's worked on. Pay too much attention to him, and he'll burn you with a nice find.
Now here's Terry. Taken away. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And a quick look at how the Suns' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Saturday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the New Orleans Pelicans. Moncrief, he's checked in for the Warriors. Now here's Payton. Takes it inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
A tricky play from Payton inside, taking his offense into the defense and making sure he got the whistle.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Payton.
You know, we don't talk about defense a ton, especially with guards. But Gary Payton, he can change a game with his D. And
both free throws good for Payton. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Trailing here by 8. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Pippen.
As crafty as they come. George has lots of experience when it comes to mixing up defenders.
The Suns have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Paul George. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Olajuwon, good. Olajuwon's got 8 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Price against Payton. Price, the pass to Jordan. Good D by Olajuwon.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoided fouling, and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
I mean, I hope you can appreciate the torque that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness. The dream is something to behold.
Price. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Garnett's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Now, here is George. He has 5. Shoots over Pippen. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Well, that's what you get when you go for style points with the fadeaway, and look, he paid the price.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
George against Pippen. George dishes to Terry. Clock at 6. Outside Oakley. Here's Price. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Moncrief against Terry. Moncrief's shot is off. Suns trail by 12. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Price passes to George. Oakley with it. Phoenix needs to get off the shot. And here's Price from beyond the arc. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Suns making a switch here. Jackson's checked in, and the Warriors making a change here. Warriors leading by 12. Payton from outside. Cans it from downtown. Payton's got 5 points in the quarter.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Price finds George. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Just 5 on the clock. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it. Just ugly, and that hasn't helped. The contest and the rebound, folks. That is how you defend.
Payton against Price. Pass to Oakley. On the wing, Jason Terry. Back to Oakley. Over to Busher. Oakley misses.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
That's how you play it. Does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Payton drives in. No good on the shot. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Price passes to Terry. Now Price. Looking to get back on track here. That's good on the jump shot. Price has got his third basket of the night right there. And here's Peyton. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
You have to love the approach Peyton takes to the game. And an exceptional passer who does a great job with distributing the basketball.
Price outside. He gets that one. Price has got 9.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Does he take guys off the dribble?
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. 13 points up at the end of the period. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll return shortly. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Defense has been fantastic. Great defense. Offense, simple passes will get it done, right? You guys look great, though. Keep the...
Paying his guys respect they deserve. Likes what he sees. I like that message.
And Kevin, it's so important to praise your guys when they're playing well. Coach understands how critical it is to recognize good effort.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got George. Jordy is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Reeves in at shooting guard. This is out there for Phoenix.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And it's good, 2 points.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Here's Reeves. Moncrief defending. Jackson has the open look. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, Jackson has become a threat from range, taking and making those shots more consistent.
Outside, Olajuwon. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. George passes to Jackson. Here's Reeves. Looks for Doherty and gets it to him. The Warriors pull it in. Olajuwon's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Moncrief. Sweet little floater.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Timeout called. The Suns.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here, the coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Cassell against Land. He kicks it to Doherty. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. 5 to shoot. Pulls it up. Almost, but it rolls out.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Thomas down low. They get it back. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Warriors lead by 19.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Reeves the pass to Jackson. Here's Reeves. Outside, Lynn. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
To the wing on the left. The shot from 20 feet away. Rebounded by Jackson. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
First team foul. At the line for 2. Austin Reeves.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. Charles Oakley, he's checked in for Brad Daugherty. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for the Warriors. Pippen comes in for Cameron Thomas. Good on both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Now here is Moncrief. He's covered closely. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Warriors lead by 19.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
In the pass to Reeves. Shoots over Moncrief. Phoenix no good that time either.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
It's Pippen on the wing. Defended by George. Pippen misses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
Cassell against Land. Here's Cassell. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Here's George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Sidney Moncrief. And statistically, more young players in the league today, Greg, than in decades past. Might be a reason the age limit wasn't lowered in this new CBA.
Yeah, I mean, the veterans saying, hey, we're already having a tough time sticking around. And I think having those guys helps on and off the court.
That free throw good from George. Hachimura, he's checked in for the Suns. And both free throws good for Paul George. 1:29 left in the fourth.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Warriors.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Hakeem Olajuwon.
He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Here is DeBusschere. Paul George making his last shot. And there it is for him. And the Warriors lead by 15.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Now here's Lynn. And there's the pass to Oakley. Over Garnett. Garnett with the block. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Cassell. It's hauled in by Oakley. Now here's Lynn. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing team.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And we'll see you next time.